Hello and welcome along to another episode of this Cricket 19 career with me, Daniel. It's episode 17 and our second one since being made club captain, and I think you can see from the scorecard on the screen now exactly why we're back for this one. For the third time we're in with a good chance of getting a century. We're just 4 runs away in the second innings here, and as a result I had to come back and show it, as we don't want to miss the big landmark moment. It could throw egg on my face like last time, where we ended up getting out for 97, but hopefully that won't be the case on this occasion and we can start to build a really big lead. You can see that things have been going well in this match. We made some changes to the team again and they seem to be working for us, so our captaincy isn't really in question, it's just whether we can do the job with the bat. We didn't have a bowl at all as we bowled out Barnsley pretty quickly. Yes, they got past 200, but it was all done in 50 odd overs. But for Leeds in the first innings, we did a pretty decent job. A solid start with 34, although Nathan Crompton, our opening partner, went on to get a very good century. That was the catalyst as we did pretty well. August Young, the man we brought in, he got 40 for us again, another good performance from him, and Jaden Malone got 4 runs. He's someone who might not last quite as long. In terms of the bowling innings, we didn't have a go, but Morgan and Jones took 4 wickets apiece, and in the second knock we're now 96 off 84. We've really taken a liking to Hopkins, the spinner going at nearly 9 and over in a 3-day game. He's really been bowling it on leg stump and leaving us an open field to get boundary after boundary. We've also hit a few down the ground to him as we've grown in confidence after getting to 50. Because we were running out of partners so quickly, a couple of run-outs, one of which happened when we were simulating, and then a couple of other wickets lost to key players, has meant that we've got to try and accelerate the run rate. The current lead is 266 and I'd really like to get it to 350. That means I've just got to go on and try and score and hold the strike a little where possible. But at the moment we're just 4 runs away from our first century, and for the third time we're going to try and do this. So hopefully it's third time lucky. Join me again in a moment as we face our first delivery on camera. It's the third ball of the 30th over then. We're really going along quite nicely. It's Dawson Horn, a left arm seamer. We're still continuing to leave outside off stump. It's just because that spinner in the middle bowled us so many balls outside the leg stump and left us an open field as well, so we could hit boundaries to our favourite zone. Quite often the case has been that we've been defending. We've probably only scored off about 30 balls. There's so many more boundaries than normal, and that's really helped us on our way. Another single gets us to 97 there. We're just 3 away from that crucial first century. To put it into perspective, I know he's moved on to 11 now, Leonard, but our partner had only contributed 5 to a half-century partnership. The partnership's now about 70 or 80, and he's only got 11 of those runs. So we are still leaving a fair few balls, and we'll come back when we're scoring runs again. But it's a left arm over the wicket again. We're going to try and go to the leg side. It's one more, and I know it's not the most entertaining, but I don't want to take too many risks at this point. We move on to 98, and I've just got to get to that 100. We got it all wrong playing outside off stump before, and I'm not going to take that risk again. These are the moments that start to worry us. 98 off 88, but the spinners come into the attack now. Right arm around the wicket, although we do get him away for 1. Are we going to be able to sneak a second here? We're not. It's going to be 99, and it's the furthest we've got in an inning so far. Our biggest score of our career, and probably the most nervy one as well. Just 1 away from that 3-figure score. Okay, we're back in, and this time it's the left arm spinner. There is space down the ground, which I've been attacking all day to the spinners, but I'm not doing that at the moment. We're just going to defend outside off stump. No need to take a risk at this stage, although we have got out defending a couple of times, including the first innings of this match, so I'm far more nervous than you'd expect me to be. This one's outside off stump again, so we're not going to take any risk. I know it's painful to watch me on 99, and we're probably not playing our conventional game, and it will probably end up being 99 off 99, but I don't want to take a risk and get out. I can't miss out on this first century again. That one's miles outside off stump, so we can leave that one through to the keeper. Halfway through the over then, are we finally going to get a chance to flick one away? Please just give me a good ball. We've got it away. It's our first career century, 17 episodes in, nearly 2 seasons in, and we've boarded up with a boundary as well. 103 off 93. The club needed us to build a lead in the second innings, and we've put on a captain's knock. We move on to 103, and now we can start being more expansive again. We've built the lead to almost 300. And if we want to play down the ground like that, there you see the confidence oozing back. Another boundary down the vacant mid-off area, and we move straight on to 107. This could be a very big score now, or we may get out doing something silly. How far can we go now, I guess, is the question. Can we make it a monstrous score? If we get a really big one, we may get county selection after this. This one's outside off stump, and we completely play past it. It goes past the outside edge, and that graphic there shows you very clearly the 2 areas we've targeted. We've gone to our favourite leg side position, and then down the ground there's been vacant areas. But look how many boundaries are dotted around there, as they've continued to leave big gaps in the field. So certainly not learning about our strengths, and that's benefited us as we move on to 107. A first century, I couldn't tell you how pleased I am. I'm trying to keep the celebration reserved, mainly because we've got a job to do for the team, and partly to help the headphone users too. The first ball of the over's gone through to the keeper, and from now on we'll just show the run making shots. Second ball of the over for Bull. He's not been particularly economical either. He's going at about 5 and over as we just edge another single away. We move on to 108 and we bring Leonard back on strike. He's been going very slowly, just feeding us the strike basically, and he's seen out plenty of deliveries as well as we continue to stay in and build a lead. I say that as Leonard gets himself out. I really am kiboshing things at the moment. August Yang's in and he's seen off the first 3 deliveries. Cinder bowls outside off stump and we go straight through that vacant mid-off area again. There's no fielder there. We've been scoring 6, 7, 8 boundaries there in this innings and they've not plugged the gap at all with either of the spinners, and as a result it's another easy 4. We've got to hog the strike now to protect the lower order. Yang probably the last we can expect to get a score. The lead's almost 300, just 8 runs away now, and with 37.1 gone, we've edged a single down to the favourite leg side. That brings August Yang on strike. Can he get off the mark this over? Well, he certainly has, as we're coming to face our 100th delivery. Cinder's going to bowl it, and they finally close that gap on the offside. So unless it's on the stumps like that one, we're not able to get any runs. Is it going to beat the fielder? It's not, and he's managed to keep it to a single as well. Good fielding from our 100th delivery as we move on to 114. August Yang's off the mark at the other end, and now we're back to face ball with the gap back at mid-off. There's a gap on the leg side as well. Neither of our favourite boundaries are covered, and we go down the ground and it's going to be another 4. It's absolutely ridiculous how the bowlers aren't learning. Let's see if we can follow it up with a second successive boundary. The lead's just 1 away from 300 now, and although we don't get a boundary, we do get a single, and Leeds now lead this game by 300, which will be very difficult to chase down in the 4th innings. I better go and check actually, to see whereabouts we are in the match. It's still day 2, so we've got plenty of time. We can bat for another hour, and then maybe put the Barnsley in for the last few overs of the day. The spinner comes in again, and we just defend outside off stump. August Yang's moved on to 9, and we're now on the verge of 120. Cinder in again, been by far the most economical of the spinners. This one's going to be easy to get away though. Another run scoring shot, and that is 120 up. This is becoming our best innings of the season. Yes, we've got our first century of our career, but we're also pushing on now and really turning it into a massive score. Well, into the attack again, and he seems to be far more aggressive here. Look how many players are around the bowler. He's got 4 or 5 from the slip regions. He's got a couple of silly fielders too, and he's got the wicket keeper behind the stumps up close. And in the end we just stroke it away for 4, as there's no one really in the outfield at all. He only had a mid-on and a cover, and aside from that they were all round the stumps. He's learnt a little bit next time round, but we can play to either side here I think. So let's just see where the delivery goes. We try try and go through point, and we're going to get an easy run. Leeds bring up 200 with just over 40 overs gone, and the lead moves on to 315 as August Yang reaches double figures too. Probably our quickest scoring 3-day knock as well, but it's the perfect time for it really as we try and keep the pressure on. Again, they've not covered mid-off and we score 4 runs again. Why are the fielders not learning? Why is the captain not learning? And why isn't the bowler setting the right field? We've joined the Century Club and now the runs are flowing. It's the last ball of the over, so let's see if we can get another special shot away. Just going to be a single this time, and we'll retain the strike for the next over. Cinder back in, he's going at less than 3 and over. He's had a really good innings actually. We're playing one of those controlled shots as they put all the fielders on the leg side out to the boundary, and as a result we get 2 just by tapping the ball away. No risk at all, and we continue to add runs. Can we do the same again as he continues around the wicket? Hopefully it won't be outside off stump, though we've hit that one far too hard, so it's just going to be 1 this time. Crucially though, the lead is 323 and soon we'll be able to declare and feel confident at our chances of winning. August Yang returns the favour, he hits a single with the very next ball and we try to play outside off stump, and in the end we nearly edge it to the keeper. We're lucky to survive at 133, but to be fair, if we get out now, it's still been a fabulous innings. Last ball of the over for Cinder then, a couple of dot balls in the last ones, but we edge a single on the final ball of the over to retain the strike and take the lead to 325. A brilliant innings so far, and we can't wait to see what's coming up. First ball of Bull's over, and he's got plenty of men around the stumps again. Oh, we've edged it and we're out. It ends, and again it was fishing outside off stump. The only time we ever really look in trouble to the spinners, and we finally fall after a brilliant innings. It just about carried to one of them men, and it proves that Bull was right to go more aggressive. It was the best way to get us out. But 134 off 114, we needed a massive innings to take our side towards victory, and Jaden Malone will come in with a chance now. We'll be back in a moment to see how the game stands, and hopefully to celebrate county selection, which I'm hoping will come after that performance. Well, we can breathe a little sigh of relief. We win by 163 runs. Certainly wasn't easy as it looked on paper though. I'm really surprised to see that Hayden Hopkins got man of the match. I know he got 9 wickets between the 2 innings, but he didn't score many runs at all, and he was very expensive for those wickets, so it seems a little bit strange that he's got that, but I guess 9 wickets is still 9 wickets. We're really happy with our performance though. The top scorer in the match with 134, our first career century. We didn't bottle it at the finish line again, and we scored more freely than ever before, looking really strong in attacking strokes. We also got a decent 34 in the first innings, so a really good score over the match, and it'll bring our average up again. Barnsley did scare us a bit in the 4th innings. They were actually 104 without loss at one stage, but after their openers got out they completely collapsed, and in the end it's another comfortable victory. So a really good start to our captaincy, and again we're not having to bowl too much. We're only coming in if we're really struggling, so if we hadn't have got those wickets with the openers, we would have come into the attack not long after. But a really good win, a really good performance, and a first career century to celebrate too. Let's go back to the career hub and see if that'll mean county selection or even edge us a little bit closer. Well, it's not quite the message we were hoping for, but it is another good one. The one we were lagging behind on really in terms of selection status. They're now coming to watch us. The selectors may be knocking on the door soon if you continue your current form. Maybe it's just because we scored quickly in a 3-day game, or it's continued consistency helping us. But let's go and advance through to the next game, just in case we get an offer in the meantime. The Northern Cup is now complete. I have no idea where we finished in that one. We finished 4th, so we missed out on the final. In the other 2 competitions we're doing okay. So that one's completed. No more 3-day games, just a 50 over match against Barnsley and a T20 against Sunderland to come. So I think both of those could lead to a final. We're top of the 50 over cup as you can see, so hopefully we'll have some big games at the end of the year and maybe even a call up for the county. But unfortunately it hasn't come today, as we're going to go and pick our line up off camera. But let's just go and have a look and see where we stand in terms terms of selection status, still getting attention, but the T20 slams moved up to fair way off. It was long way off before, so we are continually improving. I really don't think it's going to be long now. If we can perhaps take our side to the final in these two competitions and maybe even play a crucial role in them, I'm sure we'll be starting season 3 at Yorkshire, playing alongside the England captain and a couple of other star players. But if you did enjoy this episode and the massive landmark moment in the series, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know how long it took you to get your first century, or if you're still trying to get it. Of course, many of you may not be an opening batsman or get as many chances to do so, but I'm interested to know how you're getting on, particularly with the bat in your career. Subscribe to the channel for 3 episodes a week from this Cricket 19 career, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. A massive thank you to everyone that's followed along so far, as well as the Ashes Test playthrough we did beforehand. I really have appreciated the support with both series and can't thank you enough for giving it a try. There's also daily FM19 content from 2 stories. Firstly, our brand new FM19 challenge. We're just a week into that one at the moment. That one's called Saving a Giant. And in our One Club long-term story with Torquay United, where we're trying to take them to the top of English and European football. Season 15 has arguably been the most dramatic so far in the series, so if you're not up to date, please do go and check it out. There's also weekly career mode content from Snooker 19 every Friday, but a massive thanks for watching this one as always, and your continued support with the series, and I hope to see you next time for another important episode as we try to build on our first career century.